Hi guys, so for my public space project, I chose to do Plaza del Diamant. And Plaza del Diamant is located in the heart of the Gracia neighborhood. As evident in the satellite map is the apartment block area with much greenery. And if you take the L3 in the direction of Trinitat Nova and get off at the Fontana stop, it is about a 7-minute walk from there to Plaza del Diamant. And along the walk, you'll go through narrow streets that have many boutiques, cafes, restaurants, and other shops that are very emblematic of the Gracia area. So for the history and context of Plaza del Diamant, it was constructed in 1860 and is located in a part of Gracia formerly known as the Jewelers Neighborhood. The plaza was named after Josep Roussel y Imbert, who was formerly the town councilor of Gracia and also traded precious stones. So therefore, when he came up with the design of the Jewelers Neighborhood in 1850, he also designed other squares and streets that bear the name of precious stones, such as Carrera de la Perla, gold, and topaz. Additionally, one of the main features of Plaza del Diamant is that during the Spanish Civil War, which occurred between 1936 and 1939, one of the largest air raid shelters in Barcelona was built just 12 meters under the plaza, and it was able to provide shelter to over 200 residents of Gracia during the air raids, which was very important because many of the air raids during the Civil War were targeted at the Gracia area because it was an industrial district that housed many factories. Now on to the physical features of the plaza. Even though it is called Plaza Diamant, it is actually a perfectly square-shaped plaza with a wide open space in the middle that's intended to foster socialization. However, even though it is constructed as an open space, one still gets the feeling of enclosure when they're in the plaza because the perimeter of the square is enclosed by trees. The surrounding buildings also aid this feeling of enclosure because they are constructed very compactly together, even though the various buildings are of differing sizes, colors, and architectural designs. And while the top parts of the buildings function as residential apartments, the ground floors of the buildings are cafes and restaurants where people can sit around and hang out and socialize. There are also benches along the plaza for people to sit and talk to people or just to watch their kids play. And there are 4 lampposts in each corner of the plaza. And also the plaza is just primarily a pedestrian area. The only areas that allow for car traffic are the surrounding narrow streets that enclose the perimeter of the plaza, but even then they do not allow for much heavy traffic flow. And one of the main features of the plaza is the sculpture called La Colometa, which translates into Little Dove, and it is a sculpture of the main character in a famous novelist, Mercè Rodera's novel, La Plaza del Diamant. And this novel centers around the life of this young woman who lived in Plaza Diamant during the Civil War, and it portrays her struggles during this time period. And later, this novel was adapted into a movie, and the opening and closing scenes of the film actually take place at Plaza del Diamant, and which is very interesting. And also, since Gracia was a hub of anti-Franco sentiments during the war, the statue has become emblematic of the fight for freedom and political independence. As for activities to do in Plaza del Diamant, the area was designed as a wide open space in order to foster socialization and where people can congregate. So if you go there at nighttime or when people just get off work, you'll find many kids riding on bicycles through the area and playing. And through these children's interactions, it also allows parents to socialize and have downtime. And additionally, the benches that surround the plaza also function as areas of socialization because people can sit down and grab a coffee and catch up with an old friend or just enjoy the atmosphere. And this also takes place at the cafes or restaurants where people can sit down and grab a bite to eat and catch up with old friends or have time with their family. Additionally, you can also take tours of the bomb shelters that are under Plaza del Diamant because those have been preserved and have become an artifact of the area. As for the sense of place at Plaza del Diamant, It is a relaxing area that fosters socialization because it was designed to do so, and therefore it provides a sense of community because people that live in the surrounding area will frequent that area and socialize and talk about their days with fellow residents. It's also very emblematic of Catalan identity and history due to the bomb shelters underneath of it that have been preserved, and also due to the statue that is in the plaza that from the famous author's novel that was adapted into the movie. And actually, over time, the plaza has become sort of a political square because every August when the Gracia Festival takes place, Plaza del Diamant becomes a symbol of political activism, as many political activists, particularly Catalan separatists, will congregate in the area. So thank you guys for sitting and listening to my presentation. Bye.